up.
You picked them up? Heck yeah, the Bengals 22 first week.
There we go. They're 10 this year.
No? Hi. Hey! Hi, everybody.
This will be a bit of a lag, but you guys are good to go.
Okay. That's Sharon. He's trying to tell us how to work this thing. Welcome to the TMZ Sports Fantasy Football Periscope session. I'm here with Keith and Gary.
How you doing?
Babcock is working on a story right now, and Van is occupied at the moment, but we're going to try and fill you in on our strategies in the fantasy football world. I can tell you what, last week, 2 weeks ago, I sat in here and I told you that I was proud of drafting the Houston Texans defense. And you all told me that I was stupid and I was going to eat my words and that was the dumbest mistake I could have made. You're right.
I think we all have the Texas defense on one of our teams.
I've been getting murdered with the Texas defense. Not good. J.J. Watt is still a beast. Jadeveon Clowney's still got a lot of potential. He's been doing some good things, but overall, oh man.
But that's the reason why you picked them, because you thought those guys were going to come.
Because we all watched Hard Knocks.
Yeah, exactly.
We watched Hard Knocks, Bill O'Brien. We were all in there. Let's do this, and we have been let down.
You know what's funny is I was watching some of the game, and at the end of the game, I was like, I was rooting for the team. I'm not just rooting for the defense. I'm rooting for the whole team. I really wanted them to come back and win that game.
Yeah.
But they just suck. They can't do it.
They can't.
So if you have the Houston defense, it might be time to get rid of them. I'm thinking about dropping them. Who do you guys want to pick up? Who is a good defense to have?
Bengals.
I picked up Bengals this week.
Gotta go to Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah. They had 20 points last week. I think this week, I think they had even 14 points, 15 points. Bengals is hot right now.
Yeah,
you gotta go with the Bengals.
9 in the standard league, which was good for us. Broncos D. Now, Ryan Reagan played Broncos D against me this week. 20 points.
Yeah, see?
In a standard league, which is huge.
Yeah. All right, so that's defense. A good place to go. Let's talk tight ends. Obviously, Rob Gronkowski is a beast.
Yeah.
The guy from Kansas City is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you pronounce it? Casey?
Kelsey. All right, here's the other thing. Travis Kelce, right? Here's the other thing. More importantly, let's talk about my crappy tight end. I've got, who is this guy? Zach Ertz right now. That was another mistake that people tried to warn me against. All you guys tried to tell me, I'm so stupid for picking up Zach Ertz.
Anyone on the Eagles right now is
if you have an Eagle, it's hard to just cut him, drop everybody. It's not going to work out.
Jimmy Graham.
No, Jimmy Graham disappeared too.
He's off the map. He's not doing anything right
You
now.
know who had a good weekend, though, was my tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle Rudolph.
He had a good week. He had a great weekend. 9 points in the standard league. I'll take that.
Gary, you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan.
Yes, and they had a great weekend. Okay, so I got my brand new Jameis Winston jersey. Last week, I didn't even get to put it on before picks were being thrown. This week, 20 points from Jameis Winston is huge.
Yeah.
Also, Tampa Bay D stepped up. They're actually a defense that, if you would have played them this week, they did very, very well.
What did people do with Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson, the Seahawks are 0-2. People are saying it's Sierra's fault.
Clearly.
Aaron Rodgers trolling him. I mean, does he do like a Tom Brady and pull himself together, put the chip on his shoulder, and try to come back with a big week? Or do you think he just falls off the map at this point? What's going to happen?
He's going to bounce. I have faith in Russell, and I think he's going to bounce back. I think it's just he's going through a little slump right now, but I think he'll bounce back. Maybe like week 4.
People keep asking about Drew Brees. Is it time to get rid of Drew Brees?
I have Drew Brees on my team, and I was literally, before we came in here, saying, do I pick up Colin Kaepernick and drop Drew Brees?
He's out for several weeks right now, so I mean, I think it's probably a good time to drop Drew Brees right now.
You know who I like right now? I like Torrey Smith right now. Torrey Smith, wide receiver on the 49ers. The team still has yet to click, but I think Kaepernick finally got him in the end zone this weekend, and I feel like that's a good thing. They got to build the rapport. Torrey Smith's still fast. The guy still runs great routes. He's got good hands. I feel like even if the 49ers don't win, you're going to get big points with Torrey Smith. So I would pick him up. I think that's a good recommendation.
Yeah, definitely Torrey Smith. He's doing a good thing. Right.
Do you think Larry Fitzgerald can keep up the big numbers? Yes.
He does. I mean, he's always there. He's always going to be.
One of the things that Larry Fitzgerald is known for in NFL circles, you can ask any NFL player, is the guy trains his ass off. Remember how when Jerry Rice was still dominant?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, the reason he lasts so long is because he runs the hills and he trains like a madman.
Very true.
Larry Fitzgerald has that same reputation of training like crazy. Trains. He's a little older, but he's still a beast. He's strong. He's going to last the season.
Yeah.
I think it's a good pick.
It's a solid pick.
As long as his quarterback stays healthy.
As long as his quarterback stays healthy, that's a solid point.
So there was a big name that went down this weekend, and that was Eddie Lacy.
Eddie Lacy, they're saying he's going to come back, though. They're saying he might be back for week 3, so don't give up on him.
Was a big game.
Yeah.
Came up with that.
That's true. Who else is another one? Stevie Johnson, San Diego, got himself a
Stevie
touchdown.
Johnson is a great pickup. Stevie Johnson, I actually picked him up this week, and he got me some good points. He's a solid pickup, especially if you need a receiver on a bye week. Stevie Johnson pickup.
You know who's a guy that I don't like right now, who's on a lot of teams? Marshawn Lynch. I think Marshawn Lynch, I think his stock is way down. I think he's having issues. If you saw the video on our website on TMZ Sports, he was like yelling at those kids.
Yeah.
And there's some media outlets that were like, oh, they're harassing him. There were kids standing in front of a hotel because they heard Marshawn Lynch was there. They're like 13-year-old, 15-year-old kids asking for an autograph. And he like freaks out on the kids. Like, I get it, you're a big, tough guy, but you don't seem that tough when you're yelling at kids outside of a hotel.
That goes into your whole psyche and everything. I mean, listen, you can be the meanest, craziest football player, but and even if you're going to act to the media one way, but your fans, little kids, I mean,
exactly.
And we reported last year, I don't remember the story, that the Seahawks were getting frustrated with Marshawn last year. That they were getting sick. He was like throwing his bag at photographers. He was being difficult with the media, and they didn't like that. But he was performing, so they dealt with it. Problem this year is he's not performing yet. He doesn't look strong. No. They're still frustrated behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And now he's doing dumb stuff that's not really doing well for Seahawks PR. You can't be seen. No. Not only can you not be seen, you shouldn't yell at kids.
No.
Why are you yelling at kids, Marshawn Lynch? He doesn't want to support you.
We do this for the kids, bro. Yeah. This comment says.
He's like selling Skittles on one hand and smiling and laughing and saying, "I'm not candy," and on the other hand, he's yelling at kids outside a hotel.
Unbelievable.
Which, by the way, that's a crazy story because we talked to a guy who was there. There was a dude who was there with his 13-year-old nephew, and he says, look, we go to this hotel. It's where the teams stay when they come into town. We sit out there at the side of the hotel. We ask players for autographs all the time, and a lot of them will sign autographs. But Marshawn Lynch, he's just a dick. I mean, I don't know what to say. He's like, you see him shout down the kids. They're being polite. They're asking him, can you please sign an autograph? Any way we get you to sign an autograph? And he turns and claps at him. Yeah. Dude, come on, man.
I can't tell if Marshawn Lynch really likes to play football. It's almost like he's doing us a favor by suiting up and playing.
I know. Well, we'll see what happens.
It was a bad taste.
Yeah.
People want to know about Andre Johnson for the Colts tonight.
I'm a little nervous about Andre. I had to sit him on the bench. Until you prove me that you can do something out there, you got to sit on the bench, Andre.
Yeah,
He's not having shown me anything yet.
Yeah. Raiders. Raiders are on the upswing. Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper,
Carr is killing.
Murray. All Raiders are looking good.
Raider Nation up
You love the Raiders.
I love the
Raiders. You're
Raiders.
like a Raiders fan.
I am a Raiders fan. Have you seen the new performance strips players are wearing for Stuffy Nose strips on Hard Knocks? Yeah, aren't those just the breathe right strips?
I know they've always had those.
Yeah, I thought so too. Maybe crazy. Anyway, I think that if you see some Raiders available, it might be the right time to take them.
Yeah.
Mike Cooper looks good. Telling you, Crabtree look good.
I know the Raiders is coming back. That's what it looks like.
It
looks like the Raiders is coming back.
Will you guys break down a strategy for me? Charles came in here last week on the Periscope, and he proclaimed himself the greatest fantasy player ever.
Right.
Now tonight,
Charles did win the Golden Toilet.
He did, but now tonight he has, some games here, in the balance, and Charles as his quarterback has Andrew Luck starting tonight against who do you think as his defense?
The Jets.
The Jets.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a rookie move.
He's down 12 points going into the game.
And that's a rookie move. You can't win. Either way, you lose.
Let me Periscope you says, which defense should I go with? Who do you got? Who are your defense choices? You got to give me some options here. We'll help you make a pick. If you guys have some questions, you're stuck between two players, give me some options.
I have a question about, as long as we're asking questions, CJ Spiller. What is going on?
I don't know.
Do I keep him? Do I get rid of him? They're saying he was going to play.
I never liked him. Get rid of CJ Spiller.
Oh, gosh, it's hard, man.
Fantasy football is ruining football. Whatever happened to just cheering for your team? You can do that, too, and also be a fan of fantasy football. It doesn't make you, you can still have your team and root for your team, and then
no, it does kill it too. Because another issue.
I
come into work the other day, and Keith goes to me. I told you, who was it?
Jamal Charles.
I told you Jamal Charles was going to kill it. And I said, Keith, Jamal Charles fumbled the game away and they lost yesterday, but he had scored a bunch of fantasy points.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's tough.
Jamal Charles, by the way, is going to have a monster week next week.
Yes.
Jamal Charles looked seriously pissed off, and when these guys are pros. When you see a guy that has the potential that Jamal Charles has, when he has a bad week and he's pissed off, he's just going to come back and blow it up next week. He's going to kill everybody. That's why I also like DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
I think DeMarco Murray is pissed off. You saw the clips. I feel like he goes into practice. He gets his guys going. I think he's going to rush for more than 11 yards next week.
Tom Brady has been killing it for these 2 games.
Yeah.
He's
Hey,
been racking up points.
Buffalo, don't ever do that pumps anymore.
Buffalo.
They'll shred you. Rex Ryan, we told you. We told you, Rex, don't do that.
What do you think about Colin Kaepernick? I don't know.
Good.
But
I thought he had
30
30 points up yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, but he'll put up 30 points, but then the following week he'll come with like 10.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm nervous about
I
with
think
Colin.
Colin Kaepernick's going to be playing from behind a lot this year.
Yes.
And that's good if you have a fantasy quarterback because that means they're going to be throwing a lot. So that's not a bad guy to have.
You know what I played this week? Going back to the Raiders game? Steve Smith Sr.
Oh, my God. Steve Smith Sr. had like 10 catches for 100-some yards and a touchdown.
20 points in the PPR league.
Will Jimmy Graham be a top 5 tight end this year? No. He won't. They're not going to figure it out. They're broken in Seattle. Pete Carroll, don't trust Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll hates people.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen? Here's
complaining
what's going to happen. Seattle's going to start losing. Some things are going to go bad. Some scandal erupts. He's going to quit. He'll quit and he'll go back to college. Yeah.
I just want to get back to basics, everybody.
That's what Pete Carroll does.
He
He
does. He
waits
does
like
run.
he's great when they're winning, and then all of a sudden everything takes a turn for the worse, and he gets out of
He
it.
does run.
Bolts. You got to ask USC about that.
Yeah.
And USC might take him back now, by the way.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know who fans I think are really upset with? DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, of
DeMarco
course. He's
Murray-
only rushed for 11 yards in 2 games.
Exactly. DeMarco Murray, hey, guys, you got to drop him.
All
It's
right.
over.
You want to pick though? Donald Trump says that Joe Flacco is an elite quarterback.
He did.
Donald Trump's logic is if you support Donald Trump, you're going to excel in whatever it is you do. And his proof is Tom Brady. Tom Brady supports Donald Trump, therefore Tom Brady is an elite quarterback.
That's a pretty
Joe
solid
Flacco
proof.
is getting Donald Trump approval right now.
Yeah.
If Joe Flacco goes off this week,
I know.
Donald Trump, there it is. The proof is right there.
Who didn't support Donald
I mean,
Trump?
it's safe for him.
Tony Romo, broken clavicle.
Tony Romo.
I know. But Tony Romo, Donald Trump says that he and Tony Romo are like good personal friends.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that.
I
true.
never heard of that.
But
before.
I guess it's
So
true.
you guys got any last-second picks for tonight's game?
Play
Monday
Brandon
Night
Marshall.
Football.
Brandon Marshall looked like a beast. Everybody
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "Oh, Brandon Marshall's not gonna be able to thrive with the Jets. He's a has-been. He's done." Game 1 he looked pretty good. Got a touchdown. He was making some great plays. He really is a leader on that Jets offense. Tonight is my make or break week for Brandon Marshall. He's gonna either solidify himself as a starter, as a number 1 wide receiver, based on tonight's game. If he plays well against the Colts, has a big game, I think he's a guy that you lock in for the rest of the season. If he looks marginal tonight, then I think you bump him down to a maybe in case you need him. But tonight's an important game, I think, for Brandon Marshall. Let's keep our eyes on that one. Also, Eric Decker. Eric Decker, he's a guy that has a lot of potential, but
I'm playing
well last
as
week.
Eric Decker, so I need him to do very badly. I'm ahead in our league here by 0.1.
Uh-oh.
So I need no stat changes to
So
happen.
let's cancel the game tonight.
Yeah, what about T.Y. Hilton? I want to know. T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton, I like. Yeah, I like. He's a huge upshot, and you know what? They like to move the ball around out there. He's shown that he can be an impact player. I think he's
And Andrew Luck has something to prove tonight.
Yeah.
He's got to throw the ball to somebody.
Jay Cutler. People want to know about Jay Cutler.
Drop him.
Drop him. Everybody
Drop
knows,
him.
right?
You should have had him.
You should have had him to begin with.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah.
have him, drop him.
Christian Cavallari.
Good keeper.
Keep her.
Keep her. For sure.
Definitely.
He's winning that race.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for us. Any last second questions? Nope. Okay, great. Thanks for